Why on earth is the world your oyster and not some kind of mussel or clam or other type of seafood? Hi, I'm Paul, and this is English words and expressions they never bothered to teach me in school. You know, the phrase, the world is your oyster, is often told to younger people to tell them to pursue their dreams and aspirations. They say it's a wide world out there filled with opportunities. Take advantage of these opportunities. The world is open to anything you want. What you dream of, what you believe in, you can achieve. The world is your oyster. But where does the expression come from? Because the world ain't no oyster. At least when I think of an oyster, I think of this slimy piece of seafood stuck inside of the shell that has to be ripped open. Ugh. Well, it was actually coined, this phrase, by a dude named William Shakespeare in 1602 in his play The Merry Wives of Windsor. In it, there's a character named Pistol. What a name, huh? Pistol. He's kind of an aggressive guy. And at one point, he says to Falstaff, who refuses him alone, he says to him, "Why then the world's mine oyster, which I with sword will open. My goodness, if this oyster doesn't open when I tell it to open, I will rip it open with mine sword. Yes, sir, I will do that." Kind of aggressive, right? Aggressive approach. But, if you want to open an oyster, you got to be a little bit aggressive. Why an oyster? Well, think of what people think of is inside or might be inside of that oyster. Of course, it's a pearl, and who doesn't want a nice pearl, a nice, valuable pearl? They don't want that slimy stuff inside unless you're a connoisseur of oysters. They want the pearls, right? Who doesn't want a pearl? So that's what Pistol wanted. Pistol wanted his pearl. Why didn't he use his pistol? Why did he have to use his sword? I don't know. You have to ask Shakespeare about that. So anyway, it maybe requires some effort to open up that oyster, just as it may require some effort to bend the world to your will and explore all the possibilities, but ultimately there is a reward at the end of the tunnel. The world is limitless, it has limitless opportunities and possibilities, so take advantage of that. The world is yours, the world is your oyster. Have a great day. Till teens, bye-bye.